Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day, and welcome back to another video. On the docket for today, we will be reviewing the brand new Fireball Beach Racers series from Mattel and Disney Pixar Cars. So let me give you guys a little background on this series. Basically, as many of you may know, the Fireball Beach is one of the locations where McQueen trained with Cruz Ramirez in Cars 3. It was close to the Rusty's Racing Center. They just went over there before they decided to venture out to Thomasville and, of course, the Demolition Derby. So now Mattel's plan with this series is to expand off of stuff that didn't happen in the movie. It's assumed here that after the events of Cars 3, McQueen organized some sort of racing event with some of the current next generation racers like Michael Rotor, Paul Conrev, Sheldon Shifter, etc., etc. And then they had a fun little race at Fireball Beach. Nothing official, not really a Piston Cup race, you know what I'm saying? It's very similar to what Mattel did before Cars 3 with the World Grand Prix racers. You know, the ice racers, carnival racers, neon, carbon, etc., etc. So yeah, they're just trying to keep the movie alive, keep the hype going, because none of this actually happened. Like, of course, Paul Conrad was not the Fireball Beach in Cars 3. We didn't see like any of these guys there. So it's just kind of something fun for them to do to, you know, expand and, I don't know, keep the story going. And I really do like that, even though a lot of people do see it as a money grab. I mean, I think it's personally fine. I bought a whole bunch because I just love them. I think these are actually really cool. But anyway, on the back here, you can see a whole bunch of other ones that are available, except for Rich Mixon, this pink one. He is not available yet, but he will probably be released in the future in a next wave, along with Luigi and Guido. I was able to find all of these at my local Target stores, except for Danny Swervez. I don't know what it is about him, but I was able to find 3 of pretty much every other one except for Danny. I couldn't find even one of him. So I decided to make the video anyway, because who knows when I'll find him, and I don't want to delay the video just because of one car. So I'll be showing the other ones, and hopefully you guys don't mind that I do not have Danny. I don't know what's going on. My stores just apparently discriminate against him and never got him because they got plenty of the other ones. But I do like the card art. I wish it was exclusive to each character and not just show McQueen on every single one. It gets a little boring and redundant, but it's okay. It still looks pretty cool. It's actually kind of like the poster for Cars 3, or at least one of them. So yeah, some of the card backs are different here. They show different racers. Like this one has McQueen on it, and Michael, and not Danny, and Paul. Here's Ryan inside Laney's card back. They actually did even release a Mater for the series, even though he's not a racer. But I'm sure they know that kids will love Mater, so that's why they did it. And of course, as you saw in the background there is a 4-pack that is available. Of course, all of this is exclusive to Target stores, at least for the United States. I know they showed up a long time ago in Europe at other stores, so just ignore me if you're over there. As for Australia, I don't know. Probably they'll show up at Target, but we just don't know yet. At least they showed up at the United States, because they've been international for months, and I've gotten a little worried. So thankfully they showed up here. And I will put the information if you want to ask an employee to look for them in the back. All you have to do is give them the DPCI codes, and I'll put the codes for the singles and the 4-pack in the description so you can try and find these, because none of them were actually on the shelf for me. I had to ask an employee to bring them out, and they were super cool about it. So here's the Beach Racing 4-pack. These are all available as singles except for H.J. Hollis, as they say he's a first look, so that's how they get you to buy this 4-pack. But at least it's all coming out at the same time, so you can buy this 4-pack and not have to buy the singles. Like if they release this maybe 2 months from now and everyone already bought these 3 as singles, that'd be kind of stupid, but they're all being released at the same time, so it's not really a big deal there. I will show you guys the singles for those 3, because I won't be opening them. I'll just open the 4-pack because that's a smart thing to do, but they are each available as singles, and they'll probably be the easiest ones to find just because they're the main characters and they're available multiple ways. So I'll be right back with all of this stuff opened up. I can't wait to see the sand in up close because you can't really see it in the packaging. Alright, so here is everyone opened up. They're looking amazing, but I do have to say, these 4 took way too long to get out of the 4-pack. They're so bound in there with these super tight rubber bands, so you have to use scissors, or at least I did, to cut them out of the cardboard. And if you hit the scissors to the cars, that's an insta-chip, and you don't want that. I mean, it scrapes the paint off, so just be careful. I'm just warning you guys. So anyway, we're just gonna go down the road today comparing these guys to their non-sandy counterparts. And we're gonna start here with Cars 3 Lighting McQueen. So of course, as with all of the Fireball Beach racers, they have this pearl satin matte finish. However you want to describe it, I think pearl describes it the best. Just kind of how the sand glazes over the paint as, you know, the wind blows on. So I think it's awesome. You can definitely see the difference between that and the normal glossy finish. It looks great, very realistic in my opinion to how sand would actually look on a car. The main differences are in the side here. I wish Mattel put some sand on the front of the cars, but they didn't really do that on any of them. But of course you can see the tires are like the main difference here. The red, the black, the light years like all faded off because of the sand. Of course the sides, very sandy. You can see even the exhaust pipes there as well. The base is this, I don't know, light brown tannish color, and the wheels are too. It looks fantastic. Now as I'm showing these, let me know in the comment section below which Fireball Beach racer is your favorite, since I'll be showing them all, except for Danny Swervez, of course. You should have a pretty good idea of who your favorite is. I'm probably going to give you guys my top 3 by the end of the video. I can already tell you my favorite is a Michael Rotor, just because he's a brand new character. That may change eventually, but right now it is him. Now here we have Jackson Storm. Now Jackson is definitely in my top 3 or 4 favorites because he probably looks the most different from the normal version here. I mean, if you look right on him like this, it doesn't look that different, but check this out. The sand on the black, since it's like 2 different extremes, it just looks so good on him. It looks so different. Just look at that. That looks amazing. You can barely see the S on him there. The sand is just all sprayed up. And the sand detailing on these next gen rims just looks so cool. It almost looks like snow, which is a little dangerous because you don't want to confuse it with, you know, the ice racers or something like that. But they did a really good job, in my opinion, with Jackson Storm here. The only problem is like the eyebrow there, the eyelid, it looks like the normal black color, whereas the rest of him's like this lighter gray. So I feel like that just looks a little out of place, but maybe it's, you know, realistic since the eyes were, I don't know, shot, or I don't know, what am I talking about? But maybe it just makes more sense that his eyelid didn't get as sandy. Anyway, that's pretty much it for him. Oh, of course, big thing to talk about with Jackson. How could I forget? This is the Piston Cup Champion version, which makes sense because by the time of this Fireball Beach, he's probably like 3 years into his racing career. So he does have the Piston Cup Champion logo that he got in Cars 3 just before the Florida 500 race. Obviously, he does have a more rookie stripes, which all the next gens that are here, they don't have the rookie stripes anymore, which makes a bunch of sense because, like I said, it's several years into their racing careers. Another addition is the window bars on the back. Of course, there is a variation of regular Jackson Storm that has those bars, but I don't have it loose on hand here. What do you guys think? Do you think they'll release a normal version of Jackson Storm with that Piston Cup Champion logo right there and without the rookie stripes? They could call it like Florida 500 Jackson Storm, put it in a multi-pack or something like that. I think it'd be pretty cool, but at least they corrected it for the Fireball Beach version. I think that's awesome. Moving on now to Dinoco Cruz Ramirez. Probably one of my least favorites just because the sand on the yellow doesn't look that much different. Although on the metallic blue, it does actually look pretty sweet. Like if you look at the rims here and the decals, the Dinoco and the 51 and the dinosaur, looks pretty nice. It seems like the light yellow or the yellow text on the rims or the tires is pretty much all gone. I don't see any of that. And there's another thing, like on the rest of the next gens or the ones that have the trim around the rims, that is also something that they pretty much removed or covered up, quote unquote, with the sand. But she does not have the rookie stripes anymore, so that's good. And of course you can see the big difference in the bases there. Nice, nice, nice. Let's move on to the first look, H.J. Hollis. It's kind of weird that they chose to do him and not somebody else like Tim Treadless or, I don't know, Bubba Wheelhouse. I would have preferred one of them over HJ, but still, he looks pretty sweet. Just the black rims like Jackson Storm, the sand going up the side there. Now let me tell a quick little story while I'm showing these guys off. I actually already recorded this video, finished it up, did everything like normal. But when I went to edit it, I'm listening through, you know, putting the pictures on the screen like I always do. By the way, they did add window bars to HJ here. But I noticed like this intense, insane sound, like, and I realized like, oh yeah, I remember there was like a street sweeper during the video that came, and I mentioned it in the video. I was like, yeah, sorry about the noise, but when I was editing it, I realized how the noise was way louder than I thought it was, and I'm like, this is unacceptable. I can't even post this video. But anyway, here's Mater, by the way. And it was ridiculous. I had no idea the sound was that loud. So here I am back up here re-recording the video because, yeah, the noise was just terrible. I don't even know what it was exactly because I closed the blinds in here in my room. I put down this like blackout blind so no light gets in. And I just use artificial light because it looks better in the video. But yeah, ridiculous. I don't even know what was making all the noise out there and made me re-record this whole video. But Mater's actually one of my favorites here because I think the sand looks really good on him. And even though it doesn't make much sense that he's in this series, it's kind of cool that they included him. Maybe he just like tagged along in the race. The only problem with these racers, I feel like it's just so borderline snow on a lot of these. It looks so close to being snow. But Mater looks okay. I like Mater. He'll be pretty easy to find because, you know, it's Mater. As we go through the row right here, the difficulty to find level definitely increases. Here we have Ryan inside Laney based on the real-life NASCAR driver Ryan Blaney. Another one that, I don't know, he's not one of my favorites, but still looks pretty cool. So this is what I was talking about. You can see that there is this orange trim around the blue rims there. But on the Fireball Beach version, you don't even see any orange trim. Yes, it probably could be covered with sand, but they probably just decided not to paint that extra detail in there. Still looks pretty cool though with the sand on the side there, everything like faded. Very, very cool. They also added window bars to Ryan here. I think they added them in the Walmart 5-pack with Paul Conrad, but I don't have that on hand loose. I know I do have it because I opened the pack, but I just don't have it on me right now. It's probably packed away somewhere. Another cool feature about these that I forgot to mention is the glazed windows. So if you look at the windows at this light, you can see that the windows like look like they've been sanded up too. So I think that's really nice. Good attention to detail. The expression does look slightly different in the eyes right there. I think it's because the eyes are further apart and maybe a little closer to the bottom. It just looks slightly different, and that's okay with me. The spoilers look way, way different. It's how that sand just kind of neutralized the blue. Anyway, let's move on now to Sheldon Shifter. This one's a very nice one in my opinion. I like this guy a lot because, first of all, I like him normally a lot. And with the sand, I think it just goes really well with the pre-existing paint scheme. The lighting's just getting a little funky right now. I hate when it goes in and out like that. But anyway, you can kind of see how the sand just went all over the rims. This one, he does have white trim on the turquoise rims there, but you can't really tell if they included it or not because the sand makes up for it. But yeah, he's got it all going up the side there. Wish they put some on the front, but oh well. On the back here, no rookie stripes, of course. Similar to Jackson Storm, the eyelid looks a little out of place because it's like bright metallic and the rest of him is that satin matte finish. But no biggie, we're going to now move on to Paul Conrev. So my prediction is that this guy will be pretty rare since a lot of people passed on the 5-pack exclusive to Walmart since he was the only new release and it's $20 just for one car. People just pass on that. So they're going to buy this one instead just to have the character have a version of him even if it's not the regular one. So pick him up if you do see him. I don't know why Mattel kind of changed his eye color here, went from like brown to green. They did the same thing for Chase and Danny. Don't know why they don't pay attention to that detail, but they do remove the rookie stripes on the back. The sand does look pretty cool on this one. Of course, you have it on the windows there, which looks nice. It really fades all the S's and everything, so I think that's pretty cool. You do kind of lose the silver trim on the red rims though, like I was talking about with Ryan, unfortunately. And it just kind of looks weird on the white, so it doesn't stand out as much as on the others. Now let's move on to Chase Racelott, based on the real-life NASCAR driver Chase Elliott. This one will be hard to find. If you try and get the regular Chase, like, that guy's pretty rare now. I don't know why he just skyrocketed compared to the others, but he did. Maybe it's because, you know, he's really cool actually with the emerald. So another one that I would recommend picking up first would be this Fireball Beach Racer Chase. Now the sand really does subdue this emerald metallic paint, so I think that makes sense. But again, you know, blue eyes instead of the green ones like before. Mattel, just why? How does that even slip under your nose? Anyway, you can see the sand doesn't really show too much on the side here because you already have all those lines and it just kind of blends in with that, unfortunately. It does look pretty cool on the rims though and on the window. Spoiler got a little treatment. He does now have those window bars. And on the back you have no rookie stripes. You can barely even see that Vitamin logo though, wow. Everything just looks so much, I don't know what the word is for it, distressed and drawn out just because the colors are so faded and muted, if you guys know what I'm saying. And last but not least is the one and only Michael Rotor, literally the one and only, because Mattel is yet to release the regular version of him. There's the prototype stock image of Michael Rotor. He should be released this year, but who knows, honestly, at this point. Mattel has seemed to bit off way more than they can chew with new cars because there hasn't really been any new cars in quite some time. So in my opinion, you should definitely pick up this Fireball Beach version of Michael since who knows when the regular version will come out. So we're just going to actually do a normal review of this guy because we haven't before. I do have the whole legacy of using racers here, starting with Ryan Shields, moving to Buck Bearingley, and then finally with Michael Rotor. The color scheme hasn't changed too much. It's always sticked with like that turquoise, blue, and yellow. But it has been like simplified quite a bit. So it just says Vuzine there with the VZ versus whereas before, you know, it had some more color to it. It did say corrective windshields on both there. So simplified that, added the yellow pattern to the hood there. He does have a unique expression, which is pretty nice. You have the grill there that connects everything. Paul Conrev is one that doesn't have a grill like that. So just for comparison purposes, you got the little vents down there, way smaller than on Paul Conrev as well. So I like these little minute differences. Of course, you do have the sand. I wish we could really compare it to the regular version, but we can't. Of course, when/if Mattel does release the regular version, I will do a comparison. Mattel's never really had something like this where they release a variation before the original. Doesn't happen much at all. I mean, I guess you could say that with Alexander Hugo with Party Hat, but they never decided or they never wanted to release a regular Alexander Hugo, so who knows. But anyway, you have the same type of thing on the side here, Vuezine with the VZ and the 39 there, exhaust pipes, the arrow indicating to the picker where to lift them up at to change the tires. You have his contingency sponsors there as well. Everything's so blurry because of the sand. Then you have 39 with the roof flaps, the window bars. The spoiler, I'm not a big fan of the yellow. It looks kind of weird, but the Vuezine is on there big and bold. You got the gas cap. And on the back, VZ again with Vuezine and 39. So very simple. They got rid of the slogan, corrective windshields. And yeah, I can't wait to get the normal version because I feel like it would look a little bit better with the metallic blue turquoise and these like patterns in the back here, the stripes. So we can't really get the full experience with this sandy version. But let me know in the comment section below which Fireball Beach Racer is your favorite and which Vuezine Racer is your favorite. I'm going to have to go with probably Buck Bearingly because I just like his design more than Michael Rotor, honestly. He's probably one of my least favorite next gens. And it's ironic because he's my favorite Fireball Beach Racer, but it's probably just because he's brand new to me, whereas the other ones are a little redundant. Ryan Shields is a cool one as well. I like his rim color more. So yeah, a lot going on in this video. I know it's a super insanely long video, but I hope you guys still enjoyed it. And I know a lot of people out there are confused, a little lost, because they're like, where are all the Marvel videos you said you were going to be doing? Don't worry, they're coming. I just am still working on them, you know, figuring out the kinks and everything. And I got all these, you know, I just found them. I'm like, you know, why not just do a video on them since they're brand new? I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy seeing them, you know, if you're in between, like, do I buy them? Do I not? Since they're so similar to the normal version. I would definitely recommend buying at least some of them. I would probably get like Mater, Jackson Storm, Michael Rotor, maybe Chase Racelott. Those are some of my favorites. Maybe just get the 4-pack to have some samples, but the 4-pack's kind of boring in my opinion. I would get Lighting McQueen, Michael Rotor, Jackson Storm, and Chase. If I could only get 4, I'd probably get those. So thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.